Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing great. I'm just going to do a quick message. Well, we'll see if it's quick. Just going to talk about a message the Lord was giving me last night. Lately, He's been, it's pretty unique. He's been using old songs or folk songs to relay a message, and I don't listen to the radio much anymore. I'll listen to, Christian radio a lot, but not secular music anymore. And, not habitually anyways. I mean, if I hear it, so be it, but I don't seek it out. And but he's been using folk songs, and last night he used La Bamba. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was just kind of lying there and praying and talking to him until I fell back asleep. But that's when instantly La Bamba came to mind. I was like, I knew this wasn't my own thought, and just kind of let it, stayed in prayer and let it happen. And then it started playing in my head, and so I won't go through the whole song, but I'll throw in the lines that the Holy Spirit really pressed on me. So the yo no soy marinero, and forget, I'm not going to say this right. Soy capitan, that part stuck out. So I was getting Spanish, and then the Yariba popped out, and so I've looked up the translation from English to Spanish with this song, and that's kind of what I've been doing today. And everything I looked up said a lot of these meanings can be lost in translation on this song. The song doesn't really have a direct English translation, but you can get the gist. So I followed the Holy Spirit and where He was with to get the message He wanted. Also, the se necesito una poca de gracia, stuck out. And so as I read, or as I was researching this song and those lyrics and translating them, I was also just doing research on why I could be hearing it. So Bamba La Bamba is traditionally played at weddings in Veracruz, Mexico, and that's where this song kind of originated from. It was a Mexican folk song from Veracruz, Mexico, the state of Veracruz, and Bamba equals to shake or to sway, because it's presumably connected with the Spanish verb bambolear, I believe is how that's pronounced, and it's to sway, to shake, or to wobble, tilt. And this song is it's a dance song, kind of. It's performed at weddings to represent the union of a man and a woman. And when this song is used at wedding celebrations, let's go through a little bit of the translation first. Yo no soy marinero is, I'm not a sailor. Soy capitan, I am the captain. And Christ is our captain. And so as I'm researching these lyrics, they're really popping out to me as to what he's telling me. But when the song is used at a wedding celebration, the sailor line can be explained as the spouse promising to be faithful. The spouse is not one of those promiscuous sailors, but rather the loyal and true captain. So this repeated line of yo no soy marinero, soy capitan refers to Veracruz's marine locale. It's on the coast, and the husband's promise that he will remain faithful to his bride, just like God is faithful to us. And as Christians, we put our full trust in Him to be our captain, and He will be faithful, even in times where we're going to could see scary times, but we're to put our trust in Him. The se necesita una poca de gracia, and how necessary we're going to need our grace, and the y arriba, up we go. The feeling He gave me is no man's going to know the time or the hour, but it feels like the earth is growing. It feels like all of creation is beginning to groan, and we're reaching those times. And he's going to meet us in the air. That time is coming. Not even Jesus himself knows. I think he's ready for it, though. I think he knows time's running close. Only God the Father knows. But I think Jesus is so ready to do it. Come collect his bride, and we've got to get there. We've got a ways to go, but I think all of creation starting to groan, and things are falling in place, and we're getting there, church. And Portes today, which that part of the song that he stuck out to me. I will be for you, and Jesus is for us. If God's for me, who can be against me? And from what I found on Portes today, however you say that, forgive me. It can be loosely translated as "I'll be there for you," or "I will be for you," and I felt like he was talking about, with that little bit of grace he's going to pour out, us repenting, and with a repentant heart coming to him, that we need that grace, but he can cover it. And I'm just sharing this just because it's so unique how God will talk to us. And for those who haven't accepted Jesus yet, I get that it's so hard for them to believe. But he does. He'll do it in so many unique ways, especially this last couple years. It's been whether dreams, literal words that guide me, that I hear in my mind, sometimes kind of out loud in the mind, but it's usually very soft or subtle, but I know it's not my own thought. And sometimes I think it's my own thought, but once you pray on it, he'll lead you up, no, that was me, and you'll know. But he's also quite unique, and I'm just not that clever with the way he's used the folk songs part is just neat, Lately, the last few messages he's given me, he was talking to me about the Carolinas, I don't know, a couple weeks back, and it also had to do with rough seas, and in that message, like Veracruz, since this song is originated from Veracruz today, or tomorrow, what they have is strong north winds with very choppy seas. They're facing a small craft advisory. The winds are roughly 29 to 30 knots, which is about 33.373 miles per hour at times. And then the seas are going to be north. Forgive me, I don't exactly understand marine weather warnings, but north 6 feet by 6. I believe this means 6-second intervals. This is swells at 6 feet at 6-second intervals. And but basically what they have is breezy and very choppy seas, small craft advisory alert. And when he was talking to me about the Carolinas a couple weeks back, that same day he mentioned the Carolinas to me when I checked the weather. They also had a marine advisory of small craft advisory. And we know in the end times that the seas are going to rage. And so I believe it's his way of keeping me focused on and watching what's going on around me, keeping a watchful eye. The Bible calls us to be watchful, keep a watch on things, and let other people know what we see. And just the fact that God's going out of his way to give me messages is also another thing to keep watch on him. Can't believe he still blows me away, how unique he is and how awesome he is and how loving he is to the creator of all things. I'm such a little speck of nothing that I'm in his thoughts and he'll share with me. It means the world to me. And he wants that with you. And I just wish more people knew it. And that's why I'm sharing this today. Our God, the creator of the universe, wants your heart in a relationship with you. And I think that's why he's sharing with so many people lately. Like the balance of evil has just been so unscaled, unfair, and he's pouring out. Can't you just feel it? He's pouring out his spirit so much to level those scales, and of justice. He's just, and he's going, full force to gather and use his church to gather the one, that's been separated from the 99. And that's what I'm doing with this message. I'm hoping maybe it'll come across one out there that's accidentally separated, and they'll say, "Hey, can God really talk to us?" And maybe they'll reach out to God. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I recommend. If you haven't reached out to God for a while, try it. He wants to talk to you. I promise you, he does. I promise you, he'll talk back. If you come to him in faith of a mustard seed, he's going to talk back to you. And how he talks to me will be way different than you, because you're uniquely made, just like I am, and he'll talk to you in the way he knows he made you, that will make sense to you and that you'll be interested in. I fully believe that. And I don't know, I've been putting up Bible verses that kind of correspond and help the message I believe he was portraying to me through this, and I'll keep throwing some up every now and then. In my editing, after I go through and put this up, I'll be adding Bible verses and things like that. So, anyways, I think I pretty much covered the lyrics and talking about the times we're in, and talking about Jesus with you. He's our captain. And in these end times, things will get crazy. That's why it's so important to come to Jesus now, because he's the one who's going to see you through it. And without him, without the Holy Spirit, we're going to be, those without it are going to be, man, they're going to fall into every single trap that the devil has laid out for them. And, the Christian life, not that it's easy, because it's not. Matter of fact, it's going to be really tough in the end times. But what, it'll be worth it, because we're promised eternity in paradise, and when you have the Holy Spirit, he'll be there with you. So even when the times are tough, you'll have that joy and peace and love, all the fruits of the Spirit that get you through that until that time we get to meet Jesus up in the air. So, everybody, a lot of Christians argue, or there's, debate over when exactly that time period is, and when it happens. But, it does happen. And then up until that, we're supposed to persevere and stand strong. So, anyways, just wanted to share this real quick. God relayed a message to me through an old Mexican folk song. And another message a long time ago, he spoke to me and gave me a couple of Vietnamese words, and I don't know Vietnamese. And when I looked them up, the message he gave me was just crazy through a dream. So, he can do whatever he wants, and whenever he's giving me a certain location, he'll usually speak to me in that language. Keep it simple enough to where he knows I can research and figure it out. So he knows me, and he knows you too, and he wants you to come to know him and develop a relationship with him. Anyways, love you guys. God bless. Have a great day.